organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, Kirkwood hacker. Find out if you're at risk for getting your identity stolen.
And Maui without a trip to Hawaii, we'll tell you what changes to expect in one University of Iowa system.
It was a rough one on the diamond last night for the Hawkeyes. We have highlights coming your way in sports.
All that and much more is coming your way next.
That's because Daily Iowan TV starts right now.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for tuning in to your Wednesday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Brad Maxwell.
And I'm Iowan Simic. We got a lot of updated stories throughout tonight's show, so let's get started. So let's get to it right away. On Tuesday's edition of Daily Iowan TV, we told you how the Iowa City Council would be selecting a contractor for the West Side Levee project during their meeting Tuesday night. Well, we have your answer. The council chose Iowa Bridge and Culvert LLC of Washington, Iowa in a 7-0 vote to take on the role during construction. Bids for the contractor opening were approved by the City Council on March 5th before they made their ultimate decision. Iowa Bridge and Culvert has a $4.5 million bid for the project, which is $1 million less than the projected cost from city officials.
Officials from the Kirkwood Community College in Cedar Rapids are calling in the help of the FBI after detecting a spike in activity on their website. The cause of the spike? Hackers. The college announced that hackers using an international IP address to hack into 125,000 student application profiles from the past 8 years. People's names, social security numbers, dates of birth, race, and contact information were obtained by the hackers. College officials said they will offer assistance to people who may have had their identity stolen due to the breach.
MAUI, which stands for Made at the University of Iowa, is a new student information system that is now fully online for students, faculty, and staff. Developments for MAUI started in 2006 after the university found new solutions to replace its 30-year-old record system. With MAUI, students can view their schedules, grades, and financial aid information at a faster rate than before. The program also helps officials identify at-risk students who need help fixing the degree audit, and first-year students can find out within 48 hours if they got accepted into the university. Officials believe that MAUI is helpful to both students and staff.
We can see a lot of things, especially date-driven databases that allows us to move things, move processes forward quicker, and process can end in a date-driven manner. And so we don't have to go in there and constantly input course information or dates for the end of a semester or term, and they can be carried out on into the future.
Due to the new program being constantly updated, degree audit processing will be unavailable from Wednesday, April 10th at 8 p.m. until Thursday, April 11th at 6 a.m. And while these and other kinks are still being worked out, Lockwood believes that it's all for the best.
It is going to constantly improve to benefit the students and the staff and be time savings for everyone.
According to the American Association of Retired Persons, or AARP, the United States currently has a 16,000 primary care doctor shortage. It's projected that by the year 2020, that number will increase to 45,000. But the University of Iowa has taken steps to address the issue. In an email sent to Daily Iowan TV, Dean Deborah Schwinn said, quote, "To ensure that our college is encouraging students who choose primary care to serve our less populated counties, a new rural track started this year with the entering class of fall of 2012, end quote. The new rural track will help ensure that the University of Iowa will continue to serve Iowans by training physicians who practice in-state. 4 students per year from Iowa are selected for this rural track and will receive up to $100,000 tuition repaid if they practice in counties with less than 26,000 people in Iowa. Over half the physicians in Iowa have received training at the university.
And still to come on Daily Iowan TV, see what steps are being taken after a North Liberty woman was charged after breaking a spork.
The governor and one Hawkeye star are both traveling to China. Find out why in news and sports.
But first, let's check in with our own Logan Edwards to see if there is any sunshine in our future after that rainy day. Logan?
Thanks, guys. Well, unfortunately, the rain will continue throughout the night, but at least it's not snow. But by Thursday morning, the rain will disappear and the clouds will roll in with a high of 34 degrees. By the afternoon, temperatures will rise up to 44 degrees, and by Thursday night, the rain might make another appearance with a high of 43 degrees, so be prepared to break out your umbrellas once again. Now, looking ahead to the rest of the week, Friday will bring us a high of 44 degrees while the sun will be making its way out. Saturday, the temperatures will get a bit warmer with a high of 52 degrees. On Saturday, temps will hit the low 60s, but don't get too excited just yet because there's a 30% chance of rain. That rain will continue into early next week with temperatures hovering in the low 50s. Well, that's all I have for weather. Try to stay dry. Brad Giovanna, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Logan. The Johnson County Sheriff decided to dismiss charges against a North Liberty woman accused of breaking a spork in half and creating a potential weapon with it. The Johnson County prosecutor dropped the charges against Tara Harris at the request of Sheriff Lonnie Pulkrobek. Harris was charged with fifth-degree criminal mischief on Sunday after throwing food around a cell in the Johnson County Jail and breaking the spork. Harris was in custody for more serious charges, and the incident involving the spork will be handled internally. Well, Brad, from a dangerous spork to guns, we turn to a story about Second Amendment rights.
That's right, Giovanna. One group at the University of Iowa has been holding events this week to support what the Second Amendment is for, the right to bear arms. The University of Iowa College of Republicans is in the process of hosting a Second Amendment week that runs from April 8th through April 12th. According to the event's Facebook page, the goal of the week is to, quote, draw attention to our government's increasing infringement on our constitutional right to bear arms, end quote. But due to a lack of interest, some of the events did not happen. A trip to the Hawkeye gun range in Swisher, Iowa was scheduled to take place on Monday, but ended up being canceled. A hunting awareness barbecue is announced for Thursday night. A little over 400 people were invited to attend this week's events. As of Wednesday afternoon, only 35 people said they would attend.
And Iowa Governor Terry Branstad will be headed to China this week to try and convince businesses to invest in the state of Iowa through trade. Branstad will be traveling with 46 other people, including Iowa businessmen and other political leaders. China's new president, Xi Jinping, has visited Iowa twice, once in 1985 and again last year before becoming president. Read more about the governor's trip to China in Thursday's edition of the Daily Iowan.
Students and Iowa City residents will see a different look coming to downtown Iowa City within the coming months. Benchmarkers 2.0 will make its community debut on April 19th. The benches that are currently painted in the Ped Mall will be getting a new, more cohesive look for the summer. Only 4 paint colors will be allowed per bench, and the official theme is still being decided. And in addition to the benches getting a fresh coat of paint, the Ped Mall will soon go through a renovation. City officials are still in the process of finalizing plans for the renovation. For more about this story, check out Thursday's edition of the Daily Iowan.
Voting officially began Wednesday morning at midnight for the University of Iowa student government. Students can vote for either the House or Toga Party. Catherine Beldy and Jack Cumming lead the House ticket, while Aaron Horsfield and Josna Dash lead Toga. Voting will continue through Thursday at 5 p.m. Winners will be announced on April 12th at 5 p.m. in the Iowa Memorial Union. Students can vote on ISIS by clicking on the My U Iowa tab at the top, then My Vote. The winners will govern about 20,000 undergraduate students for the 2013-2014 school year. During last year's election, about 25% of undergraduate students casted their vote. The election in 2011 brought in 15% of the undergraduate body's vote.
And now let's take a look at what's happening outside of the Iowa City area. First Lady Michelle Obama spoke about gun violence in Chicago on Wednesday. The First Lady spoke highly of the new gun regulations President Barack Obama proposed in response to the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. She also added that reducing daily gun deaths in cities like Chicago will require effort from community leaders.
Immigrants and activists rallied nationwide Wednesday in a set of protests to press Congress to approve immigration measures that would grant 11 million immigrants citizenship. Demonstrations have taken place in at least 18 states and in Washington, D.C., where a large crowd gathered on the west lawn of the U.S. Capitol Wednesday afternoon. Senators who are writing the immigration bill have said they hope to finish their work this week. This new bill would allow tens of thousands of foreign workers into the country and grant citizenship to millions of people living illegally in the U.S.
34 people have been indicted for allegedly operating an illegal sports bookmaking business that brought in more than $1 billion in bets. Those charged are accused of operating from San Jose, Costa Rica, and Panama City to take bets from gamblers in the U.S. The Justice Department's Criminal Division has stated that the government is determined to crack down on online gambling by U.S. citizens, regardless of where the business operates.
Well, Brad, basketball season may be over, but baseball has begun.
That's right. We had an exciting season on the court, but now we'll have to turn over the diamond and see what happens. But we'll turn over to our own Eric Dawn for your Sports Hawkeye update.
Welcome back, as always, to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. Tuesday night officially marked the end of the college basketball season. The Louisville and UConn women went head-to-head for the national title down in New Orleans. The Louisville men picked up the men's title Monday night. However, there would be no sweep of the titles for the Cardinals. Gino Auriemma's squad jumped all over the Lady Cardinals as UConn would win in a blowout 93-60, earning the school's 8th national championship. Freshman Brianna Stewart earned Most Outstanding Player as she tallied a monster game with 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists, steals, and blocks. With this title, Auriemma ties Tennessee legend Pat Summitt for the most titles in women's college basketball history. Let's move from the hardwood to the diamond, where the Iowa baseball team has struggled lately. Jack Dom's squad has lost 6 of their past 8 games. The stormy weather held off just long enough for Iowa to take on Kansas Tuesday night. Let's get to the highlights. It was a battle of the Hawks at Dwayne Banks Field as the Hawkeyes hosted the Jayhawks of Kansas. Iowa hoping to improve on their 11-15 record. The Jayhawks jumped out to an early lead, scoring 4 runs in the first 2 innings, and Iowa looked to get a rally going against Kansas starter Robert Kahana. Chris Goodman singles to left here, getting a runner on board for the Hawkeyes, looking to chip into that Jayhawk lead. A few batters later, Taylor Kaufman up, and he would ground into the 6-4-3 double play. Goodman would come around scoring from third to get the Hawkeyes on the board. Kansas would respond right away with 3 more runs in the top of the 4th, but it wasn't all bad news for the Hawkeyes. Justin Protasio up for Kansas here, and he shoots one into left, but Kaufman with the diving catch. What a play. Surely the highlight of the night for the Hawkeyes, who could not score and didn't have an answer to the Jayhawk bats. They would put up another run here in the top of the 9th with this sac fly. Kansas comes out on top 8-3. Iowa's record falls to 11-16 with the loss. Wednesday night's finale against Kansas has been canceled due to rain. The Hawkeyes will resume action this weekend with a 3-game series against Kansas State starting Friday. Following a sensational senior season, basketball star Morgan Johnson has been selected to the Net Scouts Basketball United States All-Star Team. The team consists of 10 Division I seniors who will travel to China on May 1st through the 15th to take on national teams from Australia, Brazil, and China. Johnson holds Iowa school records in blocked shots, career games played, and consecutive games played. In a statement, Johnson said, quote, "I'm very excited about this opportunity. I'm still exploring the option of playing professionally overseas, and this tournament will help in the decision-making process. I am honored Net Scouts added me to the roster," end quote. We here at DITV would like to congratulate Morgan on her incredible honor. That's all I have for you tonight. Tune in tomorrow night, same place, same time, for all your latest in Hawkeye sports. For now, I'll toss it back over to Brad and Giovanna at the desk.
And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into Thursday's pages of the Daily Iowan. See how the head chef at Basta taught locals how to make pasta.
And read about new regulations when it comes to legal responsibility on farms.
That's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. You can check us out same time tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.